this is your base timer here, because the previous round you went Raptors red into Krugs, right? So there's going to be some difference in these timers here. And
I get you, yeah.
the fundamental is that you want to base when it is efficient, when you don't have anything else to do. So you should just one-shot these Raptors with Smite. Don't care about holding Smites here. Like imagine if you're recalling right now. How good is your tempo here?
What you told me now, right here, for example, even if I reviewed, maybe I wouldn't notice if I reviewed.
Well, that's the benefit, right, of the coaching session. This is where I'm fast tracking I'm giving you the know and the how.
No, I'm just going to be honest.
But the tempo line is where they are on the map, and you're here. So generally, when you're winning and when you're 16-3 here, how you close the game out is by trying to match their tempo line. So if everyone is up here like this, you should not be on your camps ever, pretty much. So you should be taking these camps as number 1. Number 2 priority is Rift Herald and the Scuttle. Yeah, we talked about it, right?
Games. I'm not thinking. Look, so
this is it. Right
I should pay attention to them all the time. Maybe I'm in Discord. You're correct.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know who I am, my name is Coach Leo. I am an ex-pro player and challenger jungler, and for the past year, I've been helping hundreds of players just like you achieve their rank goals. If reaching your potential is something you are interested in, you can check the links in the description below. So this was a great game. I think for you, in terms of what you told me about the weaknesses, even after just this one session, that you'll feel really, really clear, especially to do with the mid-game stuff, but even also the early game, there's a lot of very clear things to me in this game of why I feel like you're having struggles and why, you told me, I go on these big losing streaks and stuff like that. Okay. We're actually just going to go through all the points first, and I'm going to refer back to which learning objective is. So when you go on your own, you'll know, okay, he means this when he talks about this learning objective. Okay. First things first, the very first point, the overarching thing, I would just say quickly before we get started, is your mental stack. Okay. Like the fact of, like you said, if you were screen sharing to me, if you were like, it's very, very hard to talk to me about what I had for lunch in a game of League of Legends. Okay. There's rarely a time in League of Legends where nothing is happening because the game is live, right? Like this point right here, that the game is, it's live, it's happening right here, and you need to lock in is the biggest thing. So when I said, do you Discord with your friends, that is going to hinder your mental stack so much to where you will not be able to process the information on the map. You can't even like, you're not even giving yourself a chance at all, right? Like there's no chance because you are not thinking about the map. And I know there was like, awkward silence in the coaching session and stuff like that. That may be a reason for it. But after we go through the learning objectives today, you will not have any problems thinking about it. I don't want to overload you. There's not like all these like crazy things, but this is a skill you also need to train up. You need to train up your mental stack. So for example, when you're talking about like, usually I build this and this and this and this and this, like that's something you can do in the champ select, right? Like you can think about things so you can free up your mental stack. This is going to be something very important for you. Okay. So
do I need to get notes or you will send me those? Do I need to keep them? Because
of course I will send you them. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I'll send you them. Okay. So let's go through. So first clear, whatever. Yeah. Could have been a bit faster. I don't even think that's the main thing. I think, you can go and look at a clear speed thing, whatever. So what was the information that we are playing off right now? Like, what's the information in the map that we're playing off? Let me just get to like a point in the game where, we can think, okay.
I know that he's going,
Skarner start spot. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's piling to bot. Yep.
Yeah, I knew that.
Good. And there's no bot gang. Okay, so everything's clear here. Everything's good, right? We start to cross.
I even pinged them.
Yeah. You're doing good, but you missed something here. Okay, you missed something. The ping was very good. Okay, you're doing good. I can tell you also have good habits. Okay, so it's not all bad, right? Definitely you're doing some good things. This is a really great habit, what you just did. That's super good. Some very critical information we're missing here. What do you think it is?
Critical information. Where is Akali?
So what did he do? What was his first camp?
What was his first camp?
Yep, when
he was Raptors. I could have.
So when he starts Raptors, when does Raptors spawn?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, no.
I knew I had the timer.
Yeah, you did have the timer. Well, what I'm trying to say is you don't need to think about that here. Okay? You can think about Raptors right here.
When I go down,
he's spawning Raptors. You can think about right now. If Skarner does some waste of time, I can potentially take his Raptors. So for example, maybe you part the bot here and his bot lane has super push. If you're thinking about the fact that he starts Raptors, you'll be less likely to try and like force something here. And you'll recognize, hey, I can just base and actually just attack his Raptor spawn. So a lot to do with your mental stack and making decisions is going to be thinking ahead of time, not on the spot. And that is why I want you to clear up your mental stack. Why I don't want you to ask me what I had for lunch. Why I don't want you to screenshot to your team. Because it's super important that the game is literally like, you're going to have, and sometimes you're going to think less, right? Sometimes it's not, okay, I'm going to clear the bot, I'm going to play for Drake. Like you can just, that's it, that's fine, right? It's not always some like crazy, you're landing a rocket to the moon, right? But jungle is such a macro like role. It's so much about planning. It's so much about information gathering and thinking about these things. So you plan everything. Yeah, you missed the raptor spawn. And I think in general as well, I think when you decide to do something, there's rarely many updates. So for example, if Skarner never showed bot, would I really be telling you to like go for his raptors here? Do you think? If he never showed bot at all, would you be thinking about crossing the top scuttle here or even going for his raptors? No. Because process of elimination, he's probably just not even gone to the bot crab, or he's probably just returned back to top.
If he didn't show bottom, I would think that he went straight for the other scuttle and he wanted to avoid him or something like
Precisely, yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't even try, exactly. Okay, so that's all good. So next thing here is this learning objective about how to maximize our time. So this happens, this round in particular, this is where this happens, okay? So typically when you stay, which I didn't mind, how you cleared, you did double scuttle, you stayed. So wherever, when this happens, and this is like a pattern thing, this can happen, this is probably, you've done this before, right? This is your base timer here. Because the previous round, you went Raptors red into Krugs, right? So there's going to be some difference in these timers here. And
I get you, yeah.
The fundamental is that you want to base when it is efficient, when you don't have anything else to do. And even if you're waiting here for 10 seconds here for the Krugs, that is still a timer where you should base. And just in terms of maximizing your time as well, right? You're going to have 2 smites here. So you should just one-shot these Raptors with smite. Don't care about holding smites here. One shot. Imagine if you just one-shot the crab here, you use E, and you're already recalling now. Like imagine if you're recalling right now. How good is your tempo here, right? And then you just play the rest of the round out on the bot side, and it's all good, right? And you.
For example, this one that you're telling me now, even I didn't wait for 10 seconds on the crags. Eventually, I think I waited like 3 seconds. But what you are saying, in combination with the smite that I didn't notice I had, just makes total sense. That would improve. I would gain like 10 seconds or something.
Precisely.
Doing that.
And the difference between you and a diamond player is the 10 seconds. Like these are like little things, right? And yeah, it is true that in general, when you get to high elos, it is going to be all the small things, right? It is going to be like, okay, there's all these little things. Obviously, the overall learning objective is how to maximize our time, but there is going to be things like this. Oh, when is it good for me to base? Like, oh, it's good for me now if I just use my smite. Like you should never sit on 2 charges of smite, just in general.
What you told me now, right here, for example, even if I reviewed, maybe I wouldn't notice if I reviewed.
Well, that's the benefit, right, of the coaching session. This is where I'm fast tracking I'm giving you the know and the how.
And I'm just going to be honest. Huh?
I mean, I understand that it's hard. I completely agree. But this is also where like instead of like playing 20 games a day, right? You play 3 block like we talked about, and then instead of playing like 3 more games, you go and watch like a Challenger Brian, you'll see this. And you'll be like, oh, what? Like, he based there. I would have gone to his Krugs. Or, you test your decisions against them.
True.
Something you can do. And you'll find things like this. Like, this is the way I learned. I just watched, Challenger players. Players that were much better than me. So here we go again. So how do we maximize our time here? So if we recall right now, are we going to do anything topside? What are we going to do?
No. I said recall and Drake. That's what I was thinking. I think.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't. You don't have to.
If you had done your path though,
there's no need to defend what you were thinking. All I'm saying, like objectively, I'm just saying, what are you gonna do if you recall right now?
I would buy.
Yeah, you would buy. Okay, you would base. You'll buy. Then what? Then where do you go? Topside. And what do you do?
No, towards mid and Drake.
Oh, so you would just base here and run straight to Drake.
Not straight. Evaluate. I would reach mid and evaluate my lane as where are they.
So what if there's no Drake?
Priority? Yeah.
It's good. We're gonna get to the core thing here. We go mid. What if there's no dragon? Because this also comes up later in the game, which is important. What if there's no Drake here? Go here and wait. Right. Wait for camp. Eventually you'll wait. The ultimate thing I'm getting to here is that you're going to be waiting for camps. Correct? If there's no play. And right now, if you recall, can you know that you can get Drake here? No. Okay. So that's the core of it.
But just a note. If I had done what you told me, which
of course, yeah, you could
I
spend.
would have bought I would have bought and be ready for Drake with items.
Precisely.
Now I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you also tunnel too much on Drake, which we'll get to. Okay, we'll get to that. But it is true. Yeah, of course, basing here, getting this, and then you just play on this side, and maybe you do get Drake. Maybe you buy a sweeper pink, and these guys are low, and then you just get Drake, right? Sure. So for what you have done, you now need to adapt. Okay, where is Skarner right now? You knew it in the game. You called it after.
Yeah,
we know he's clearing down.
So,
right?
Yeah.
So all this is, just let me say for one sec. All this is maximizing your time, and I like to call it the int check. Okay, this is called. It's basically, instead of recalling here, you spend extra 10 or 15 seconds to recall behind your bot lane. And maybe you recall in the bush behind them, and you cancel once. Why? Because you've spare time before this spawn. These are guaranteed plays, right? All these are guaranteed. Dragon is not a guaranteed play. So you should not gamble on basing here and running to Drake. You should gamble on your spare time right now that Skarner may gank bot. Once he does not gank bot, you recall and you get here on time. Yeah, the position is the important thing. Do you see that? Like you recalling here and here is a big difference.
I see.
Very big difference. Why is it a big difference?
I see.
What if you're here right now? What if you're recalling here?
I was expecting the gank, but I didn't place myself in
Precisely.
a proper position.
Good.
To cancel.
That's it.
Yeah.
Point over. Right? And why? And okay. Yeah. So if let's I'm gonna take this further. If your blue is spawning right now in 10 seconds, and top scuttle is spawning now in 15 seconds, basing here would have been okay. Like you can still base behind your bot lane if you think, oh yeah, like I really think Skarner's gonna gank here, right? This is a judgment call. But if you base now and you go to top crab and top side camps, like let's say this is 30 seconds in advance, you can still, him ganking bot, you're still gonna gain something because the scuttle is up. Maybe his raptors are up. Maybe his camps are up, right? That's the point. The point is for both junglers right now, it's spare time. So you should maximize the spare time to position. Okay?
Correct. But according to what you said to me, is that even if I recall now, I will still have to wait for something.
Precisely.
So instead of doing that, I could
wait in the bush.
The time to go in the bush.
Precisely.
Yeah, to travel there.
Yep.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And this is like efficient time.
Maximizing your time. That's the learning objective you have right here. Look how to maximize. We use our time. Recall timer, location, etc. Right?
Okay. Good point.
Okay. So this all happens, right?
I did too late when I did it.
Yeah, yes. Okay. Yeah, the play is like you do it here, which is still good because again, you still have spare time here, right? So you do it. But I want it to be early. Okay. So this is a good in check, right? It's still, but then after this kill, right? And this is fine, right? I don't even like this is all good. Then you see him on Drake, he's inting, whatever, cool, nice base here. Okay, you insta base here, which is really good. Your top side camps already. Okay, let's go next point. So yeah, that's called the int check. Now, look here. So when you recall, you need to think bigger. What do you think I mean by think bigger? So do you think you're stronger than Skarner?
The only thing I could think about you mean here is maybe either going for Scuttle first.
Scuttle, that's it.
To contest it, or maybe Skarner ganking my top because he's pushed. I don't know, one of those two things.
It's just Scuttle.
Now you revealed it.
That's it. Yeah. It's just Scuttle. It's just thinking Scuttle. Number one, this puts you in a better position to counter anything because you're in river. Number one. Number two, you're stronger than Skarner. Number three, your tempo with Skarner is even, but you should at least just try, right? Like you should never think, like you should always just go here, drop a ward, see what's happening in the lanes. Okay, I can't get because Akali is moving to me. I just go back to my camps. Like you should at least try. And this is...
Which I would if my camps weren't up, but you're saying even if your camps are still up, it's still worth in
100%. Position. You should always contest the neutral objective, okay? So I will just add this really quickly as just a little like side note. Always contest the neutral
especially if I'm
objective. Because it's a contestable thing. You want to always take that before your own things, which is just Scuttle. Okay, especially second. Like every single game, by the way, the Scuttle spawns, you full clear, you take Scuttle. You full clear, then the Scuttle will spawn on one of the sides. And you always want to play for it if there's nothing else happening. Always.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Generally also this gives you level 6, but you have level 6 very early here because stuff happened, right? Okay, cool. So whatever, this all happens. Next point. Because we kind of need to get to the mid game as well. So I think already the main kind of points, but there's still some stuff which I want to get to next, which is the things about the risky Drake and a little bit more about what we talked about before. we already talked about the mental stack thing. Like, there's things for you to think about at 9 minutes, okay? Like, at 9 minutes here, there is things for you to think about. Skarner is just ganking top, right? So what has Skarner just done here? Let me ask you. So you are here now, and he appears here now. So let me ask you a quick quiz.
He has his top side, his bottom should be up. I understand.
Good. So we can't think about what we had for lunch. The game is alive. Like, information is here for you.
True.
And you have to go and take his camps right now, right? Or like earlier. Like, you need to do it immediately. Like, smite this, smite, go. Straight away. Boom. Instant.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you can't, yeah. Okay, next point. Weak side camps first. All right, 11-10. So this is where you path straight to the bot side, okay? So,
now that you're telling me, it seems so apparent that I should have gone there, and I'm wondering why I didn't do in the game.
Because I'm telling you, it's the mental stack thing. It's like when you Discord screen to... the game is very mentally taxing, by the way. It is not like you can just... Like, this is also probably your problem. You probably play a lot of games on autopilot, right? You probably play a lot of games without actually actively thinking, oh, Skarner is showing top. I'm not saying that it's just permanent autopilot, but you probably play a lot of games like this. And I think, again, when we talk about the high quality reps, right? You remember, we talked about in 70 games, I want you to have high quality reps. If you're autopiloting, if you're missing plays like these, it is affecting, right, your impact. Okay, so I want you to clear top side first here. Okay, why do I want you to clear top side first here? Even if you just clear wolves first here. Scuttle priority, but even if it's just wolves. We want to clear weak side camps, which is your top side camps. These are your weak side camps. These are your strong side camps. And the reason why we want to clear the opposite side first, there's two main reasons. Number one, it gives Skarner nothing to trade if he decides that he doesn't want to contest the Drake. That's number one. Number two.
Just an answer to this. I think, in my mind, I thought that he had nothing to take. Okay, one camp he had to take, but in general, I thought that my top side was clear. Okay, so I can skip one camp just to be on time.
Basta, yeah. So, even if, okay, like maybe this is like one case where you do this. I'm just pointing it out that if this is two camps here, and if it's Scuttle as well, if it's 1-2, it's still better. So think about it like this instead, okay? Instead of you clearing your Raptors and Krugs right now, instead you clear Scuttle and Wolves. Now, let me just show you what happens, like 2 camps for 2 camps, right? 2 camps of time for 2 camps of time. Okay, so now you clear 2 camps of time. So let's just pretend right now that you're leaving Wolves right now, right? You're leaving Wolves. Look what happens, how you get punished if nothing happens here. So let's just say this happens, right? Let's just say this happens where you're playing straight to the strong side, you're fighting on the strong side, and not, again, this is not always like the be-all end-all. But what if nothing happens now? What are you going to do? If you traded the time that you did these camps, you can fall back to these camps here and stay in range of the strong side. So if they do Drake, you can ult. If they fight bot, you can ult. Does that make sense? It's all about wanting to be on this side more, like longer time. So right here, you feel like, oh, okay, well, I either need to base here or I need to start Drake, right? That's how you feel right now. I need to go to my top side because otherwise I'm just going to be AFK, or I need to just force a play. And forcing the play here, even though it works out for you, I can guarantee you in a different game, it does not work out for you, right? Because you are...
So my process here is that, okay, we have priority at least bot after this, and Akali is missing. I have my mid with me. Plus, when I start the Drake, I have vision also on their entry points to Drake.
Yeah.
And that's my mentality.
So your thought process here is not in this situation, I'm saying is not bad. I'm talking about, like, even here, I still think this is risky because when you use tank Drake...
So in your game, you wouldn't do Drake here.
I would not do Drake here, no. I would reset. And I would let them start Drake. Because when you tank Dragon, you're at a disadvantage. Here, you're at a disadvantage, okay? There are things that, like, it is 12 minutes, so it's not as bad, right? But you still are at a disadvantage in this case. And it is very... Unless you are thinking about, okay, no Malphite ult, no Akali ult, we have ult on this guy, we have items on this guy. In general, in an even game, you're at a disadvantage when you start Drake. Just in general.
We'll see.
Okay? So in this case, it is slightly favored to you. I will agree. I don't think this is actually that bad of a Drake. But my point is, in a different game, the idea of going straight to your strong side is sometimes going to feel like you have to do it now, even in a different game where it's not as favored. or you feel like you have to make this play on Skarner, right? Like you feel like you just have to do something here, right? Correct? And sometimes you're going to get punished for that. Like this fight will be lost instead, for example.
Correct.
Instead of thinking, oh, like on information instead. Okay, that's all it is. So the learning objective for that is just basically that weak side camps first, unless you are 95% sure that the play on the strong side is yours. So for example, if you told me, hey coach, this Drake is mine 100%, I'm certain, right? That's the only way you can path here straight away. Or if you just don't have anything to do topside, then you can path here straight away, right? That's
one more point to your argument is that I have Briar as well. So it made even more sense to go top because I still had ulti to engage if something happened. For example, Viego, my choice might be a bit more easier.
Well, I also think like a lot of players, when they feel this 10-second spawn, what they do is they tend to just like want to be here in case the enemy like start it. One thing here as well when you run out of base is that you have vision of it. So even if you go to Wolves here and the enemy team start it, can you make it here and fight?
Yes,
of course. Yeah. So you don't need to feel pressured here.
Correct.
You don't need to feel pressured here. You just need to do what's fundamental. Topside, react. Topside, let information be given to you.
Which is a knowledge I had, but in this case I was afraid I might not be on time or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, you were afraid. Yeah, you had dragon anxiety is what I like to call it. Okay. So let's get into the mid game now. Okay, because the mid game is the thing that you said that was a weakness, and I think it's almost as, if not more important. Okay. So 14 minutes. Yeah, it's just like, I wanted to show you an example of like what you can typically think about even if there's nothing to think about. So in this round, right, you can literally just think, because you were like, oh, I'm not sure what to think here. You said that. I'm not really sure what to think about. I think you were thinking about builds here actually. And what you can, you're thinking about ganking a hull. I can't remember. But when you run out of base here, like you should still have a game plan. Okay, my game plan here is to clear my weak side camps. I'm going to start with Scuttle because I want to contest the neutral thing. I'm going to clear my weak side camps into the strong side, and I'm going to play for bot side control, or I'm going to play for bot tower. I'm going to re-gank bot lane because we just want to dragon fight and they have no flashes. Like that's the game plan out of base.
Those small plans you're saying, small plans, especially in mid game. So take control, vision control.
Small objectives. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just something for you to do.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing for sure.
Or it could be like, look what happens here as well. Like the enemy blue buff starts to spawn here, right? So like your game plan could literally be clear my bot side and either gank bot or like contest blue. Like it can even be stuff like that. Just simple. It doesn't have to be, again, it doesn't have to be rocket science, your game plan. It can just be, I'm going to full clear. There's no play. But you can literally do that. It doesn't matter. Like, and then I'm going to use my spare tempo to sweep through here and play for camps. It can be that. Okay. So what is the problem with this ult, do you think? Fundamentally, it's the same. It's a similar thing as the Drake, but fundamentally, what's the problem with it?
You think it's risky? For me, let me tell you my process. My process in my mind is that I see their bot is there.
Yep.
Even if Skarner is there, because I'm strong here, I think I still kill Akali.
Okay, good. The only thing I want you to consider is when you make this play, it is a conscious decision that your mid laner is top, right? And they have technically 4 people on the bot side versus 3. Okay? It is 4v3 on the bot side. And so you need to...
But the 2 of the 4 are bots.
So no, I understand. I understand. If Skarner is here right now, by the way, and you ult in and ults you, this does become 4. Yes, it does. It does. When they see the ult, they're going to move here, right? Skarner's going to ult you. And once again, this play in a different game is what's losing you games and throwing. Because currently, let me ask you, do you think you're winning the game right now? And tell me why you're winning the game. And what your job is.
Okay, considering the fact that we are winning the game, my job is to maintain the lead, okay?
What's happening top? What's happening top?
They attempt to dive, right?
Are we winning top because our top laner roam top? It could be. I'm not sure exactly. But your job here is to not make action bot side.
Because we don't have numbers, I see.
This is the plus and the minus fundamental. So you can take this... Oh, okay, I'm not telling you to not limit test. Okay, you can limit test. But you should not take this play if it's like 50-50 gamble. Like, you should not take this play...
For me, in my mind, at this point, I was like 100% I'm winning this.
But I think you're too far on that side of the coin. I don't think the problem for you is like going for these plays. I think the problem for you is the safe kind of fundamental play. So sometimes people are too scared and I tell them just ult here because you're too scared. Yeah. You don't know your limits. You need to fight. Sometimes I tell people that. For you, it's the opposite. You need to be, obviously, in a good balance is good. Sometimes you limit test and you think, okay, it doesn't matter if Skarner's here, I can kill him. Or sometimes you think, okay, we're just winning the game right now. All I need to do is just go and defend the mid wave when Akali pushes mid, and then I'm just going to go and play for Rift Herald. Like, that's easy.
So I want to understand the point of this comment. So the correct play, according to you, would be here. Just don't force anything. We don't have numbers bot.
Yep.
Make sure that they win something on the top. Maintain farm your leader or whatever. Yep. Do the normal stuff, not risky things.
Well, here you think, okay, we don't want to fight on the bot side. My mid laner is, so this is called like the plus and the minus fundamental. We have 2 people top, so we have the plus top. They have the minus because we have more numbers here. They have the plus here, and we have the minus here because my mid laner is here. So this will come up more in the more of the review. But your job here is just to, when Akali pushes mid, you go and take the mid wave. And then you think, okay, should I recall? Or should I go and play for this Rift Herald? That's it.
Okay, I see.
That's it. Yep.
Even if the play works, you are telling me what should be the correct approach. I understand.
If you see Skarner bot here, you can go for this play. But I believe that if you ult here and Skarner ults you, he will stop you from killing Akali. Everyone will rotate and it'll be 4v3. And you can lose. Even if it's 60% play here, you should not go for this play. You need to be certain. Like high percent play. Like I see Skarner top. If you see Skarner top, oh, of course, ult. Killer. Okay? If you know Skarner doesn't have ult, like, that's the thing. When these kind of plays happen, it is more limit test kind of territory. So you have to think, there's more things you have to think about. Oh, does she have flash? Does she have ult? Does Skarner have ult? Right? Like, and you're playing just off of, muscle memory, or you're playing just off of, okay, well, I think I can kill him, I should go and kill him. There's no problem. Look how fast Malphite is here. If Skarner is ulting you here, then what? Right?
True.
Okay. So what I'm saying is,
I might be doing this a lot.
Precisely.
In games and
similar thing, but different game, and you get punished. And instead of going 6-1, you go 1-6. Right? Like that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I think not this, but I think this might happen a lot of my games, and happens from 6-0, I go 6-6 because I'm too confident. Because if I'm losing, I'm not so confident. But if I'm winning, I am. And this might be a problem.
Yeah, it could be that too, right? You're confident, you just like play, and then when you're, sure, okay. So yeah, this was fine. I mean, I think this is okay. You're looking for something to take. I think it's okay. I think once you see the ward, it's the same thing where like you should respect. So you see the ward, they see you, you're 1 HP. Do you know where Akali is right now? Not exactly. And same thing, right? Okay. Like you just shouldn't do the play because your fundamental here when you sweep in is very good. Like you using your sweeper as you run into this bush is very good. Once you see the ward, you should respect. You should not give Akali a shutdown here. You should not gamble.
I didn't even fake that I'm leaving.
You just go in, right? And Akali comes here. Of course, okay, she doesn't go for it. She doesn't have ult. She can't kill you. This game doesn't happen. Okay, so we're now going to talk about uptime, downtime, and how to sync up with our team. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to go straight to 19 minutes. And we're going to talk about the first uptime round. And we're going to talk about as well just how to play the minigame. Okay, so look here. So when you run out of base here, right? Just take a look at your team. Where is everyone?
Yeah, I would. They are pushing mid. Okay,
they're up. So their tempo lines right now are like this. Okay, this is everyone's like tempo line. It's not a very good drawing, but the tempo line is where they are on the map, and you're here. So generally, when you're winning and when you're 16-3 here, how you close the game out is by trying to match their tempo line. So if everyone is up here like this, you should not be on your camps ever, pretty much. You should be taking scuttle, in a priority, prioritize enemy camps first. So you should be taking these camps as number 1. That's number 1 priority. Number 2 priority is Rift Herald and the scuttle. Okay. Why you want to do this is because you help your lanes and your lanes can help you. If Aatrox is pushing here and someone shows top contesting him, you can kill them. If someone is contesting mid, you can choose to fight, but you don't always have to fight, right? The point of uptime as well is that if Naafiri gets ganked by, let's just say Naafiri gets ganked by 5 people here, Okay, let's say Neferi gets 5-man ganked here. If you're just farming your camps here,
you're
not trading anything for Neferi getting ganked. So it's also all about pressure. So in uptime, what you will do is you will, the fundamental here is we are matching our team's tempo lines. We're using their pressure. We're protecting the waves. We're playing for enemy camps or objectives. So this is good, but you're missing the red, the Raptors, the Crux, the vision here. And yeah, you want to just ping, like, for example, if Yone was on, you see how Yone recalled that?
Yes.
If you were on your team's tempo line here, let's just say, for example, you could be here, right? And everyone's here. You want to kill this Yone here instead of taking your blue. Because he is contesting your wave and you are stronger. And if Yone has 5 people behind him and everyone is pushed up like this, why is it okay to go for this Yone even though we don't see anyone else? Because these towers will break. Everyone will just, it will just break. And then you'll maybe die top. But the main idea is we're playing with our team's pressure. So let's just watch how that goes. We'll also talk about downtime. So too slow here. You see, too slow. You're doing too slow. You should be killing this Yone right now. What's happening? You see? Exactly like this. Because if you are on Scuttle, if you are protecting waves, right? I know that Aatrox started basing here and then you're like, okay, I want to base too, but then he stayed. Yeah, something like this can happen where it's like unfortunate that, you know, he gave you the wrong impression about what he was going to do. But the idea is that you kill Yone here. This is how you progress the game. Kill Yone, take camps, get vision, take towers. Okay, so we take the Rift. Now, it is downtime now, okay? However,
I knew that Scanner would gank him there.
Yeah, it is downtime here. Yeah. So what you do here is good. You farming camps here, can we use this guy's pressure? Not really. Because we died. So what do you do here when someone gets caught or when people are just inting? What you do here is good. Right? You shouldn't be trying to like, you know, save this guy, or you shouldn't be really, like, there's nothing you can really do here. Like, sometimes you can play off, like, information where, like, yeah, maybe you could still take Raptors. But what you do here in the downtime is good. Why is it downtime? Because everyone's tempo lines are completely mismatched. This guy's dead. So cool. Downtime, you're farming. That's really, really good. Okay, now we're grouping. Why should we not group here? Who is inting here? Is it your team, or should you go and join them? And why? What do you think? What do you think here? Like, why should we no longer do what we just talked about? Why should we not match their tempo line?
We are in the process of defensive. We are retreating, we are not.
Yeah, because we have people dead. That's it.
Yeah.
We have people dead. So even if we go mid here, right? It's just not an attacking time because no one else is on the map. We don't want to chain in. We don't want to die here. Then Neferi spawns, dies. Like, we want to try and sync up. Most important thing here, sync up. So if someone dies, you just play downtime and you just wait for them to spawn. Sometimes people are going to be perma-dying all the time, and you have to make a judgment call. Okay, well, maybe it's 3v3 mid. You can still fight. Who knows? Okay, it's not so black or white. But the main thing is, you farming here is good. You should not be looking to group. Then as soon as Neferi is coming... Yep.
Yeah, just to be honest and have my mental notes as well, I think that all these things you're saying, I have watched, I know about, I have the knowledge about them, but perhaps what you said before is also... So many times, perhaps I play because I'm too tired.
Yeah, we talked about it, right?
Games. I'm not thinking. Look, so I don't pay attention to them.
We talk about it. Okay. This is it.
Right, I should pay attention to them all the time. Maybe I'm in Discord. You're correct.
I mean,
why I'm saying this? I'm saying that because it kind of I didn't expect this, but if I put the checkboxes all in row, it's true.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty clear to me. I think this is not like a very hard case to solve. Okay, so let's just think more about this uptime downtime thing. I really like this. So yeah, you grouping here is really good. But what can we do instead of like run here? We can just base and spend 1200 because we can just match the Neferi here and run out with him. You see, like you don't have to be like holding each other's hands, right? You just need to be okay. Like Neferi is spawning in like 20 seconds. I'm going to take my camps here. I'm going to quickly jump over this wall. I'm going to one-shot smite again. Same situation. Smite. So we're trying to match Neferi running out of base. And that's perfect. And then you get to spend some gold. So you should spend your gold here, right? You should not run over here because then we can be stronger for this fight. Okay, not a big deal. We're playing uptime now. So you always want something to play for. Okay? Like, you always want an objective play for. And you have Rift Herald, right? So everything that we were talking about before as well, about killing the Yone here, you would kill Yone here and then Rift Herald this tower. That would be perfect. Like, that would be the most insane uptime where you just win the game. You kill Yone, you push this wave, you kill this tower, mid's pushing, top is pressuring, everyone's pressuring. They just can't breathe. Enemy. You see that? Right here.
I see, yeah.
Yep. Okay. In this case, the Aatrox is kind of like the one that's inting here. But I honestly think like taking his camps first is better and like pushing this. I think that. But the main thing is what we just talked about. Okay, so last things, okay. Baron is good. This turn was really nice. This was a great ult. Okay, whenever you start an objective, the same way when you start Dragon, whenever you start an objective, you should be thinking, okay, if they contest, are we strong enough where we just turn around and kill them? Because if it's not the case, we should never start the objective. Same thing with Drake. Same thing with Baron. We're stronger than them for some whatever reason. Malphite got caught. Skarner's 1 HP, whatever. So then we turn. Good. Good play. We get the kills. We turn around. Good discipline as well, not to chase here. Okay, this is good. It's good discipline, right? We don't like chase them around. Now, let's think about uptime, downtime again. When are you going to base? When do you want to base? No, good. Yeah, sync up with the team. Play for the next objective. Cool. So look what happens here. This is the last like kind of big thing.
Yeah, this I felt it felt wrong as well. But the previous things maybe I didn't consider, but this one felt bad on me as well. I did feel I did play poorly.
Accepting reality. Okay, this is it. 4v5 on Soul Drake. I have to wait, right? And I know that top lane is top lane 1v1 here. Is he chasing someone? No. Oh yeah, he was. Oh yeah, it's just 4v4. But
I didn't know. I didn't know where. I didn't notice Yone up. I didn't know.
Okay. Actually, I didn't notice either. I think I was busy taking notes. So this is okay. This is fine. But yeah, if Aatrox was top versus no one, right? It's the same thing. It's a plus and a minus. We have plus here. They have minus here. They have plus here. We have minus here. If Aatrox just decided to go top with no TP, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can really do about that. And losing Drake is not the worst thing in the world. Dying here, like them, even if you actually, if you steal Drake, it's probably worth. But the reality is, like, you just wait. Like, Aatrox is top. Ping is TP here.
I want to tell you my thoughts. So I didn't know if I didn't see Yone. I didn't know if Aatrox could come either. I was seeing though later in the game you see Naafiri is flanking.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm eager to force something because I know I'm strong and I know Naafiri has position.
Yep.
But of course, Jinx doesn't have position. Okay, but I have also Lulu with me and I feel kind of safe because I'm winning.
Yeah, just send it then. Just ult in then.
Yeah.
Right? But there's a better way you can do this. The better way is to push a lane. Okay? So instead of like, when they are hard committing here, and I would call this like they're hard committing to Drake here, what you can do is you can just go and push this mid wave. If you push this mid wave, guess what? They have to force something now. Either they have to start Drake, which puts them in a bad situation, because again, you can always just ult back, or you can just walk back. Or they stay here and they don't start Drake, and you're just pushing mid, and they're just losing minion waves. So they're once again at the big disadvantage here. You're not the one who has to force here. I mean, you can. If you think that you're stronger, you can send it. But yeah, Yone was just here first, right? Like, the fight was really split. You're running in, you're in a 1v3.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yes.
Your flash is pretty good. You kind of, you delay them a bit. And
no, I kind of needed to be honest there. I tried too hard to focus force something.
So watch here again, right? When does uptime begin? Uptime begins when everyone gets here. So you can actually farm some camps right now because we're waiting for people, right? As soon as your team is now up here, right? Look here. You should be,
I need to be there.
Here.
Yeah, okay.
You should be killing these camps, killing this tower, killing this Jhin, killing these wolves, killing this Akali. Like, you should be somewhere here. Somewhere. Anywhere is fine. Not here. Even though you have ult, I don't want you to rely on like a halfway across the map ult to be involved. Like, you should just be pressuring with your team here. The ideal play for you here is after you finish maybe blue or whatever, you just move up with your team, with Lulu. Like, you're just with Lulu. You're just on time with Lulu, pretty much. So after this, you just move in. Or after Scuttle, you move in. So just basically, just too slow.
I'm not paying attention in games for sure. I know it, but I pay attention to it 2 out of 10 times.
Yeah. And I think, once again, what we said, so yeah, that's it. Once again, what we said at the very start, right? This is going to solve that somewhat. It's not going to solve it completely. You're still going to tilt. Everyone gets frustrated. Everyone gets angry. but you need to actually put something to the games that you're playing, right? So for example, you don't even need to focus on all of these learning objectives right now. Like you don't have to think, okay, I need to do all these perfectly. Maybe you just need to, for now, you just focus on like this and getting scuttles. Like it doesn't even, like the thing is, when you play these games now, you're not thinking about the result. For example, you're not thinking about the focusing. You're thinking, how well did I do this game? How well did I do this game? How well did I play uptime, downtime this game? And then you'll see, oh, wow, here, I didn't play uptime well. So I still can work on this. And literally, eventually, when you do this, the LP will just, I mean, easier said than done to not look at your LP, but it will just naturally appear. Like you will naturally just wake up one day and you will just be Diamond 3 if you just focus on, you know, improvement over like LP, of course. And you lock in and you don't autopilot. You have high quality reps. Okay.